I'm your host, Queen Evelina, and this is a QEB special on WQEB 97.3. Guys, I have Dr. Herb Thomas in the building, and we're going to be talking about his new upcoming book, Bumping Dots and a Whole Lot More. How are you doing today, Herb?
I am doing wonderful, Queen, and thank you for having me on your show. I'm excited to be here and share bumping dots.
Okay, now tell our viewers exactly the definition of bumping dots.
Bumping dots, where you take advantage of every human action, whether it's brief or long, and it helps to unlock the possibilities through connections that not only you have for yourself, but with others.
Okay, so that reminds me a lot of networking. So,
Yes.
my first question to you would be, what do you feel is the biggest mistake that people make in networking? Or as you call it, bumping dots.
One of the biggest mistakes is that people don't realize the power in bumping dots. Networking is a little different. Whereas bumping dots, you seek for meaningful relationships that can help you professionally, socially, or even personally.
Okay, so my next question would be, how often should one bump dots?
We bump dots every day. You bump dots when you don't even know you're bumping dots. But you have to be what we call be present to understand. And when you go, if it's just to a coffee shop, we wait in line while they making our lattes or whatever. The person behind you could be reading a book, and you just simply say, "I read it," or "Is that a good book?" And one question could lead to many things. And the next thing you know, the person that you met at a coffee shop, now you guys are doing collaborative type efforts.
Okay, so we know you have an extensive background in education,
Yes,
and you got a lot of the skills that you honed while you were in college and
yes,
stuff. Is there one bumping dot that you wish you can go back and redo?
yes. It's funny you mention that, and you'll see it in my book. I have an earned PhD from the University of Missouri, Columbia, in higher and adult education. So while in graduate school, I'm waiting for one class to start. So I'm on campus, I'm outside of the main administrative building, and I see this bench, and I'm going to wait for my class on this bench. So I go to, and I see a gentleman reading a book, and I come up, and we speak, exchange pleasantries. But through this conversation, I learned a lot about graduate school. I learned a lot about the city of Columbia in Missouri. So when I left, I ended up meeting a coworker of mine, and she said, "You know who you were talking to?" I didn't know. It was one of the heirs of Walmart that was worth $800 million,
Get out.
and I did not know that.
Okay, well, heirs of Walmart, if you're watching, Dr. Herb Thomas here would love to get a bumping dot redo. All right. So, where could they reach you? If they were watching right now, where would they go to find you?
Okay, on social media, Instagram, go to Dr. Herb Thomas. That's Dr. Herb Thomas, no period. Dr. Herb Thomas, and bumpingdots.com.
Okay. So, when should we expect the book to come out?
The book should be released prior to October 10th. We're looking September 30th to October 10th, that 10-day window.
All right. So, I'm sure you're going to be doing a book tour. Do you have some cities in mind that you just can't wait to visit?
Yes, it's funny you mentioned that. Right now, that's why I said October 10th, because I will be in Kansas City, Missouri at the Family Engagement Conference, and then also I'll be in Virginia in November. So things are really picking up. So join me, follow me on Instagram, on the website as well.
All right. So, guys, you just got your inside exclusive on Bumping Dots by Dr. Herb Thomas. I'm Queen Evelina, and that was QEB.